Hello everybody, I'm Elwirfy and today we're going to be talking about Warhammer 3, the Immortal Empires update. Because, one, I haven't really talked about Warhammer that much in a while. I've played a little bit of it, I think it's now been more than 2 weeks ago, and you guys seem to enjoy that, and I'm going to continue the campaign game that I've been working on solo at some point. However, I wanted to more or less have a discussion about that, because I feel like Warhammer 3 really will need to be something that I do with 8 players. I don't think that doing it with less than 8 is really going to be ideal for maximum viewing pleasure. I'm sure that there's already people, all the famous like Warhammer people are going to be doing their own 8-player campaign, which is going to be great, and I'm super excited to watch it. But I think it'd be also cool if us smaller content creators, or heck, you don't even need to be a content creator, you could be a viewer, as far as I'm concerned. We should also do a 8-player campaign of some sort. Obviously, I have some of my IRL friends, which automatically are going to be able to be playing with me, but we will have some open slots, I'm sure. So I'd love it if the viewer or another content creator wanted to join me in creating a wonderful, hopefully really big live stream of playing Warhammer with the full 8-player roster filled out, so that way we can have, a cool 4v4 thing, or we could all do 8-player co-op against the AI on Legendary or whatever. I don't know, I just think there'd be a lot of cool things going on, especially with how big the map is, because you gotta keep in mind, Warhammer is a really long game, and the more players you have helping out to clear out the map, I think it'd be easier. Like, we wouldn't, if we were doing, 4 versus 4, obviously I would think that we would still all 8 of us want to destroy the AI before killing each other, although there's no rule that says you have to do that. I just think it'd be really interesting to see where people go, or we could do it all free-for-all as well, and then you just forge alliances as you go through, which I think would be really neat. And then, of course, battles would be viewed by all. So that's the only downside that I'm worried about with having 8 players, is that every single person has to stop and watch every battle that's fought. So it could slow down in the beginning, but I feel like as armies get stronger and stronger, they'll be more auto-resolving, so then the battles that do need to be fought will be much more impactful for the game. So I'm really looking forward to playing everything out and seeing how things go, and I guess this is kind of like a recruitment tool almost. If you really want to play Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires, and remember, you have to own Warhammer 1, Warhammer 2, and Warhammer 3. You don't need all the DLC, because I have a friend who has all the DLC, so we'll just use his version of the game. But I'd like to allow you guys the opportunity to get in on the action too. And even if you're not selected, just know that you're more than welcome to join us in the live stream. If people drop out, we'll certainly be happy to pull people in. Things happen, especially when you're coordinating with 8 different people, getting schedules figured out. It's going to be a bit of a mess, to be honest. So any additional people who want to be on a wait list of some sort would also be more than welcome to do so. So how do you join? First off, you have to be subscribed to the channel. If you're a viewer, obviously if you're a content creator, and then I know you already, but subscribing will let me know, make it easier for me to find you. Also, leaving a comment on the video saying yeah, I'm down to join. Also, it would help if you, besides leaving a comment, because I'll first need to see a comment on the channel to make sure you actually saw the video. Then if you want to go to my Discord, which we'll have a link below, and just, put a message in the general chat being yeah, I'd like to join, and it's kind of going to be on a first come, first serve basis, and I'm going to make a list in order that I see them. If you try and send me a message directly on Discord, this does not count, because I don't want people who are in the Discord to be confused. And again, I don't know how many of my IRL friends are going to be joining me, so because of that, I won't necessarily have results right away. But it will be first come, first serve, and I will be writing down a list in the order that people want to do it. And remember, nothing's actually going to happen until August, so we are possibly jumping the gun a little bit here, but I wanted to give everyone a good opportunity to also save up money to get the games if you really want to play in a live stream. And I think this will go really smoothly, or terribly. I mean, for all I know, no one will leave a comment, nobody will do anything, and it'll just be a 2 to 3 player game, which doesn't seem that fun to me, because then at that point we may as well just play Mortal Empires, because that map's big enough, and it already takes long enough to finish a game. And again, there's going to be a lot of coordination that's needed. This is not going to go smoothly, just going to be upfront about it, like most projects and stuff where it's a first-time thing. It's probably going to be a bit clunky, so do bear with me as I try my very best to sort of manage this system. I've never done like an actual giveaway or any sort of like direct interaction with you guys before in trying to be involved in games. Yes, I've had people from like my old Twitch streams come and join me to play games, and that's been fine, but getting a whole bunch of people together to get coordinated, especially for a long game session like Warhammer is, I think that's going to be something really involved and tricky. And hey, no hard feelings. If you're not able to join, it's fine. No matter how many people do or don't want to participate, we're definitely going to be moving forward with a live stream of Warhammer Immortal Empires when it comes out, with no matter how many players I do have at the end of the day. It won't necessarily be on the day that everything is released, but it will be on the day that I get everyone together to play. So, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, a little more serious, so we got that fun announcement stuff out of the way, just kind of a little more seriousness. I don't know how many more of these kind of videos I'm going to be making, not because I'm not interested in having more discussions with you guys, but more so because I'm running out of things to say, to be honest with you. I really do like talking about like different important events, no matter how controversial they may or may not be, but I don't know. I feel like I've covered most important things. If there's anything you want me to give an opinion on, I'm more than happy to do that, to talk about any particular topic. I want to do everything I can to make sure I'm providing as many resources for smaller content creators to be able to be successful. So my goal hasn't changed since I started making these. It's just I feel like I've covered most of the important topics that, for me, were going to be holding me back. And I even have a bunch of YouTube shorts that cover like little tidbits if you need any additional things that aren't as in-depth as a full-length video. So because of that, I think we're going to be moving on to more gameplay stuff. I am working on the Minecraft series. Don't worry, that is not gone. Still have videos of that. I just need to get around to recording it, to be honest with you, and building. Remember, because making a series like the way the August used to, I have to go build all the sets. So bear with me on that. That's going to take a little longer than I had previously expected, because I think I bit off a little more than I could chew with my ideas for the way the story's going to go. The story's not scripted, but there are major plot points I do want to hit with that. And speaking of plot points, I think that as we get further and further through the year, as more games have been being released, I think the roster of games that I'll be playing might be changing as well. I don't have any specific ideas yet. I know that people have recommended I get Amnesia. I don't have money for that, but maybe in the future I will. I think we'll probably do a horror game series at some point, or I might even just remake my Doom 3 series, because one, that was recorded really horribly, two, I think people liked it before, and three, I love Doom. I think Doom is a great series, and I think Doom 3 is the scariest of all of them, even if, for me nowadays, I probably don't think I'd find it as scary, though I've never actually beaten Doom 3, so that's why I'm thinking maybe I want to actually go back and do that. That's just a thought. I'm also thinking about doing Fear again. Nobody watched Fear when I did it originally, all a long time ago, back when I was much younger, but Fear is another one. I have all the Fear games, actually, so I could do a full game playthrough live stream thing of that as well. This is another thing I've thought about. And in terms of interacting with you guys in the community, if you guys have Black Ops 3, I'm down to do some custom zombie games with you guys. That'd be something I've been thinking about doing, kind of a round robin style. I think that'd be super fun to do that with the community. Also, StarCraft 2 is always going to be there, and I'm actually going to put a little more emphasis in the video. If you guys have StarCraft 2 and you guys want to play, I'm a gold player in StarCraft 2. I'm more than happy to teach people how to play, especially if you're Terran. Extra easy for me to teach, but again, I can teach all the races. So if StarCraft 2 is free, so if you guys want to play that, let me know. So I'm really excited for the future of the channel, actually. I've been trying to figure out a good way to word this topic. That's why we had a bit of a delay in videos, but I just want to make sure that you guys were fully aware of everything that's going on, and don't worry, I'm not taking a break or anything crazy like that. Just trying to make sure I get the best quality content out for you guys. Anyway, that being said, I'm Elwirfy, and I will definitely be seeing you guys next time. Take care, everyone.